has safe shots on goal for some of these goalies. Give me both teams to score in the first period. That's coming in at plus 185 compared to the over 1.5 that is at minus 120. Okay, you guys ready? Let's make some frickin' money. It's time for Puck It with Jo. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Jo here is SportsGrid. It's time for our Puck It with Jo over here on SportsGrid TV. After the Frozen Frenzy yesterday, all 32 teams in action. Only 2 teams in action playing a home-and-home situation with the Washington Capitals and the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, yesterday, they were in Philly, and the Washington Capitals able to get a 4-2-1 win. But don't get too excited with that amount of scoring out there for the Washington Capitals. They did score 2 shorties in that first period. So I know a lot of people are thinking that we've got a highly explosive offensive game because of the goaltending matchup. I'm just not buying into it. I do still think this is going to be a lower scoring game unless we get those mistakes by each of these teams. So looking at the total here, it's low, and I know that's scary to take 2 and under. I can't lay the juice anyway on the over. It's minus 142, the over 5.5. You're looking at the under 5.5 at plus 116. I do think this is a 2-3 style game out here on the ice. Looking at the lines, we do have the Philadelphia Flyers coming in at plus 125 off that loss yesterday, and the Washington Capitals at minus 150. Now, if you think this could be a 2-0 win here for the Washington Capitals, you can lay the 1.5 at plus 164. And then the Flyers, if you think they're going to keep it tight, way too juicy on that puck line. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Drop your comments, drop who you are liking. Make sure you give this video a like and a retweet. I would so greatly appreciate it. So looking at what we saw yesterday out of these 2 teams, like I said, we have seen location flip in Philly yesterday, now in Washington. It's not a far travel trip for these teams. Logan Thompson expected in goal for the Washington Capitals. We like Logan Thompson. We like his numbers. We like what he's been able to do. His numbers are higher than I think a true representation of his skill set. He's coming in 2-0 on the season with that 3.41 goals against average. I'm looking for this number to drop closer to a 3 as the season goes on, and at 877 save percentage. And I do think he can be above 900 by the time we're sitting this time next month. So Fedorov is in net for the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, this is the part that gives me the biggest angst here for taking this under, even though I'm going to do it. He has absolutely struggled 0-2 in the season with a 6.06 goals against average and that save percentage of 818. I do think in this one, we're going to get a stronger performance. What he allowed, 10 goals on something like 50 shots has been absolutely crazy how little shots he's faced and how many goals he's allowed in. That being said, we do need the Flyers to start locking down on the defensive side of the puck. They were unable to stop the Washington Capitals flow yesterday, allowing all of those shots on Sam Ersson. Sam Ersson stopped 25 of 29 shots on goal. Charlie Lindgren stepped up last night, but he only faced 18 shots for the Washington Capitals, allowing that 1 goal to go in. Again, Sam Ersson did get caught with those 2 shorties in that game. I just can't believe the Flyers came out that week to start it. So now we got the Flyers on the road. The Islanders had their only goal yesterday was in that third period by Sanam coming out, and we did get Michkov for the assist on that. And when we look at the Washington Capitals, they had the 2 shorties. So the shorties, Dowd and Andrew Mangiapane, who we haven't talked a lot about, you guys. I really like what Andrew Mangiapane brings to a team. He was with the Calgary Flames last season, and he's on that second power play line. I was actually surprised they didn't put him on the first power play. When we look here at what else that the Washington Capitals did well, those other 2 goals that they were able to get did come in that third period by Carlson and I'm drawing a blank on who got that last goal, but it was a good solid performance by the Capitals. They still didn't get a ton of shots I think they got I've got in my notes here how many shots they were able to get. They got a total of 29. So they were productive. It was 10, 8, and 11 in those periods. What you look at here is the way the Washington Capitals defense was able to lock down the Flyers. And I really like what we saw out of that because they held the Flyers 10 shots in the first period. Then I believe it was 3 and 5. So only allowing those 18 shots on net, one of those converting 2 goals. So I think we got a lower scoring one here. Let's get going. The puck line there for the Capitals -1.5. Let's go, Dabby Cap. Let's make some freaking money today. I could see the Caps winning this 2-0. I could see them winning this 3-1. I do think the Flyers, after what we saw yesterday, should come and bring a little bit more, but can they against his defense? That's going to be the truest test. The under 5.5 is my best bet. If you're looking for some players for some points in this one, Mishkov already has 2 goals and 3 assists on the season on that top power play. And same with Morgan Frost on that top power play and Owen Tippett. I would look at those 3 players for their points tonight. I do think we see some sort of conversion on the power play here for the Flyers. These lines are going to be ripped apart after last night allowing that shorty. So I think they do have a bounce back. This team normally converting on 20% of their power plays. The kill coming in here strong for the Caps, so at 88.7%. So they will try to lock it down. But I do think we could see a power play go out of the Philadelphia Flyers today. And when we're looking at the other side, I'm really looking for Ovechkin at home in this one to get those points on the board. You can look at his power play point here. He's on that top power play line. Only 1 goal for Ovi on the season and those 3 assists. He starts off every year slow. I'm looking for him to gain that momentum. Andrew Mangiapane, like I talked about, I do think is a solid player as well to look at tonight. The top power, no, he's on the second power play here. Like I said, 2 goals and 1 assist. But Dylan Strome on that top power play with Ovi, definitely a playmaker out there for the Washington Capitals. 3 goals and 3 assists. Same with John Carlson, 2 goals and 4 assists. Those top power play lines should click tonight for both of these teams. Now, the power play is weaker here for the Washington Capitals, so I'm more so looking at the Flyers power play points. I would be looking here at the Caps points, parlaying those together. No, the Flyers did not look good at all last night, Neil. Giving up those 2 shorties in the first period really did take all of the steam out of them there. They looked dead to the water, and I tell you, that would have been a nasty locker room after that first period. Look for that power play to come out and get something done here. John Tortorella would have been just livid with them for allowing those mistakes when they had the extra man. So look for the Flyers to convert on that power play. Look for this to be a lower scoring game. Ovi, Carlson, and Mangiapane for their points tonight. They could not find the net at all, and that's one thing to look at. And this is why also I'm liking that under. The Washington Capitals, yes, it was a 4-1 game yesterday. 2 of those goals came on the shorty. Okay, so I don't think we'll see that tonight. And then we also saw the Flyers not be able to get those shots in the second and third period. Both of these teams had 10 shots a goal in the first period. Those shots dwindled down. The Flyers only had 8 shots on goal, 5 and 3 in the second and third period. So look for, again, a control of defense. The Washington Capitals get up first. They will lock down, and this game will be a lower scoring one. So under 5.5. You guys, all the best in all of your bets today. Tomorrow will be another really strong loaded slate. So I will be there tomorrow at noon Eastern here tomorrow on SportsGrid TV. You guys, make some money. It is a Wednesday. It's a great day to make some freaking money. We'll see you tomorrow.